What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today's video I'm going to break down my Moto vlogging helmet setup, my cameras that I use and microphones, how I got it all hooked up. And I'll go over my other cameras that I use for vlogging my trips, so stick around. I'm starting out with a Sony FDR X3000. This camera is fairly old. It's like 3 or 4 years old. The design has been out for 3 or 4 years. I like it. It has what they call optical image stabilization. So basically the lens moves around and the image isn't cropped like GoPro is. You know, is this camera like the best now after 4 years on the market? No, probably not. GoPro's a lot better. DJI's come out with ones that are a lot better. I wouldn't say they're a lot better, but the image stabilization on those cameras, DJI and the GoPro, are pretty good now. But what they do image stabilization where they're cropping the image, and this is optical image stabilization where the lens just kind of floats around. I really like it. I like Sony. It has an audio jack coming out of the back here. That's one of the beauties of this camera, the image stabilization and the audio output jack. Some of you might ask, what is this right here? This is an Anchor battery. It's a candy bar battery. I forget what the milliamps is on it, but I'll put a link in the description and you can find out more about it there. I think I paid like $20 for this. I think there's some that are $25 now on Amazon. I think the $25 one is more milliamps an hour. This to me is like perfect. But I took this on my trip to Alaska and I could run my camera all day long. This battery would last me 2 days without charging it. And you just regular USB, you just hook right up to it and it powers right on. It's awesome. You know, I think these batteries here are like 40, 45 bucks. I pay like $20 for this and it lasts like 3 of these batteries. It lasts way longer. So to me, this is the ideal setup. I'll put the link in the description. This Sony has a audio jack, audio out jack, and I run that down to a splitter. And basically, I run a cardio now. When I went to Alaska, I was running Sena. We both had trouble with them. Between them disconnecting and they're not waterproof, and I had to, basically to record my camera audio, I had to run a mic to the front up here, and then to record the audio coming from the Sena, I had to run a mic and put it right in front of the speaker to collect that sound. So I'm running one out of here and then it goes to a splitter, and that's basically 2 microphones, one for the speaker and then one for me talking. That's how I had to set it up for Sena. But with the Cardo Pack Talk, you don't have to do that. And when I first got this helmet, I set it up the way I had to with the Sena. The beauty of the Cardio, it has an audio input jack. So basically it has 2 speakers that are a plug that plugs into it. And the only way to record Sena is to put that second microphone there, which sucks. Stupid, right? But Cardio, they have a jack where you can plug right into it. You can plug the speakers of the Cardio, the JBL speakers of the Cardio, into one side of that splitter, and then the other splitter you run a mic up to here. I want to try it because I think it will still hear the motorcycle engine, but I think it'll cut back on my breathing and eliminate some of that, or any of the wind noise. I think it can cut some of that stuff out. So I'm going to try and set it up. The Cardio speaker is right here, and then I have a speaker with a dead cat on it, and it's taped down in the front here, and it runs through the helmet and comes out on this side to go up into the helmet into one of these splitters here. It sounds really good. I think the quality's good. I think with the dead cat on there, eliminates a lot of the wind. I can do 80 down the highway, and you do hear wind, but you can still hear my voice pretty good. It's not so, I don't think it's as bad. But I want to try the cardio just to see what it's eliminating. It might eliminate everything towards only just my voice you hear and not any motorcycle. I think I want some ambient motorcycle, but I want to cut off some of the heavy breathing I do, and I want to cut off some of the wind. So in another video, I'm going to set that up and show you the difference. So it's just a Sony lapel mic, the two left and right one. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like 25 bucks or something. I'll put the link in the description. Check that out for more info. That's about it, really. It's just a GoPro mount. The Sony FDR has tripod threads. So I have this GoPro piece that's a tripod thread that screws on there, and it fits into the GoPro base, click-in base. So I'll put a link to that in the description as well. And I'll put the candy bar battery pack in there. I highly recommend this. For 25 bucks, you don't have to stop and switch batteries constantly. You know, everybody knows these batteries and these GoPros and stuff, they're small. You're lucky to get 45 minutes out of them. I wanted to talk about the cardio. I think the cardio is a better product. It's just a way better product. The JBL, the way it works, they're waterproof, they're cheaper. Voice recognition's always on, it works great. I'm thoroughly happy with it. It doesn't disconnect near as much as the Sena does. The mesh is actually mesh, where Sena is saying it's mesh, but it's just as bad as the other ones. So I know a lot of people will say, oh, all this stuff on your helmet and all this tape and looks stupid. And yeah, like I used to skydive and I ran big ass huge Sony cameras and tons of weight and still, you know, all this shit. I don't care. Like having this stuff taped down, this helmet's light. As far as the setup, I think that's about it, really. I'll show you the other cameras I use. Now, this camera's awesome. I really like this camera. It's a Sony A6400. It's with a kit lens, really small, great camera. It's got the flip up so you can see for vlogging, and I really like this camera. I also bought a Sigma lens for it. It's like a 1.4, 16 millimeter, really nice. I took this on my Alaska trip and I pulled it out like 2 times. It's a great camera, great quality, gives huge bokeh effect in the background, just separates everything. It's so awesome, but I didn't pull it out and use it. And even when I'm at home, I don't use it. Like, I just don't use it. So I'm gonna end up selling these. I am gonna sell it. What I'm gonna get, I'm not sure yet. I know there's new Sonys coming out in April. Like DJI is probably gonna put out another action camera. I've been thinking about using theirs, the DJI Action, the first one, as a backup to put on my bike and shoot different angles with. I really like it, but they got the RXO coming out probably. I'm hoping that's ideal for me to use. It's pricey, but I don't know. I'm gonna sell this, probably get some new Sony stuff. I just haven't decided what yet. And I have a DJI Mavic 2 Pro. This drone's really awesome. It's awesome. 4K quality, Hasselblad camera. It's the shizzle. It's small enough to pack up and bring in my pannier. I took this to Alaska. I flew it a couple times. I really didn't pull it out a lot. I probably should have pulled it out more. When I was in Canada, I pulled out one time just to get my Canada flight. It basically, like, I've had this in 45 mile an hour winds gusting, and it just stays right there, holds it like a trooper. I really like it. It's pretty awesome. It's probably more than I need. Like, I don't need something to hold 50 mile an hour winds. And I want something to shoot 4K, but I don't have to have 1-inch sensor, Hasselblad. Like, DJI is going to drop new drones probably in April. They're looking at replacing this one and the Mavic Air. I'm probably going to sell this one and go to a Mavic Air because it's 4K and smaller. And I just don't need like this. Like, to me, this is professional. It's professional use. It's an awesome drone. And it makes footage on the trips that much better. It's good though. You want a drone, a good drone, these DJIs are the way to go, I believe. I use tripods. I use little Manfrotto camera. It's awesome. I like it. It's small to handhold. You can set it down. I don't like the Joby or Goby or whatever that crap monkey arm stuff. I don't like them. I just like this small stuff. You can just set it down, aim it where you want, shoot. It's perfect. I also do a lot of shooting with my iPhone 11 Max Pro, whatever the hell it's called, the new one. If you can't tell, I'm sure you can probably tell, but I just found it easier to do. Like, when we were doing the Alaska trip, I wouldn't pull out the A6400 and like I wasn't shooting with it, and Brian was just doing with his phone, and like it was looking good quality. It was good quality. The audio was decent. Like, if we were in the right situation, it was easy to do. You just pull out your phone and bam. And like, I kind of like running and gunning better. I'm not using a lot of high quality cameras yet. I just want to get in the routine of making decent content and running and gunning, basically take a trip and like record stuff as I go without too much damn work and too much time. Nobody's got time to stop and shoot all this stuff while you're road tripping. When you're doing 800 to 1,000 miles a day, you got time for all that. Just run and gun. I really like the iPhone. It works great. I also use the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal. It's pretty cool. For like 120 bucks, it's dope. Perfect for the phone. And it'll do like time lapses where it's rotating for you, and it's DJI. It's pretty good for $120. You can't beat it. I think that's about it, really. I'm not using a lot of cameras. I'm using the drone, the Mavic 2 Pro. I'm using the Sony FDR X3000 for the action camera, and I'm using my phone for like B-roll and stuff. The iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'm gonna buy some more cameras, but I'm trying to hold out until after April when like Sony and DJI drop all their new stuff. But until then, I'm just gonna try to, swing what I got. I'm dying to take tours, but like the weather just hasn't broke here yet. It's, 60 during the day, but like I want to camp and stuff, and I don't want to camp in 35-degree stuff, so I'm kind of burning a couple weeks here before I start taking trips. I got trips coming, so bear with me, and as soon as it breaks, we're going to be running all summer long. So if you like the video and you want to see more, click subscribe, and if you want any further information, click the links below, and their affiliate Amazon links. Doesn't cost you anything if you buy the same thing from my links. It just helps me do more trips. But appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Thanks.